Starting of
who will pretty much do the entire first quarter unless we see Jason Tatum sub in before he see the triple zeros at the end of this one.
Second free throw is good. Both Williams are in now for Boston. That's Grant Williams and Robert Williams. And Robert is playing in just his fourth game of the season. He did not play on Friday. He is back from injury. Turnaround jump pass to Allen. Pump fake, drives into a runner left lane and dropped in the teardrop on the left side of the paint.
Important to have something in your middle game when teams run you off the three-point line. Nice example there by Grayson Allen.
4 for him. The lead is 5. Here's Brown, wing right. Left-hand dribble off the cross. Step off the nail. No good. Rebounded by Allen. And Grayson will bring it up. Sold-out crowd settling in here in the first. We're under the 6-minute mark. Allen, bounce pass left of the lane. Giannis, turnaround jumper, baseline left is an air ball long and pulled away by Horford. Up the left sideline to Smart. Smart, crossover dribble, drives the paint, shoots it over Lopez, no good. Tap out rebound, Smart, swing it up top. Tatum, straight away for 3. Rebounded by Lopez, and Milwaukee gets the stop. Couple of looks there for the Celtics, who came out with 5 assists on their first 7 made field goals. Now the Bucks will space a bit. Holiday comes to catch, top of the arc. Steps left, tees it up for a big one. Off the back iron. That didn't look very good for Drew Holiday, and the rebound is for Brown.
But one of the things you see, the Bucks getting right back immediately, fearful of the transition offense of the Celtics.
Smart pitches to the right front court. Tatum catches there. Left-hand dribble. Draws Allen on a switch, throws back right. Nice dump in the corner for White from Smart. Can't hit the 3. Weak side rebound for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And an outlet to Holiday, and subs are coming on both sides. Both teams have a nice bench, as you might imagine, with the top 2 in the league. Deep entry pass for Lopez, knocked away by Smart. Loose ball for Tatum. Tatum stumbles to the foul line, recovers, goes down the lane, up and under layup. It's good for Tatum with contact. He thought he was fouled. No whistle. 25-18.
Interesting to see who's going to be the guy that stays on the floor for the Celtics. They've got 4 at the scorer's table, the second unit on their way.
Holiday bumped a little bit, dribbling across the left elbow. Dumps it behind him to Allen. Chest pass up top for Giannis. Back to Allen on the right angle. Horford on the switch defensively. Allen, left-hand dribble. Across the top of the lane. Reaching for the left side of the rim. Way off. May have been tipped. White rebounds. Ahead to Brown. Brown to the rack. Lays it up. Tipped and scored it. Holiday got a finger on it, but it still went through. And it's 27-18, largest lead for Boston.
We know the original fast break started right here in Boston. Red Auerbach was the guy who got it going. That was beautiful basketball. Marcus Smart with the lead pass to Jason Tatum, who finds Jaylen Brown. The basketball maybe touched the floor twice on that possession. Ends up being an easy bucket for the C's.
4:13 to go here in a spirited first. The rematch of the conference semifinals back in May. Holiday between the circles. Bounce pass to his right. Allen harassed here by Derek White. Will use the Holiday screen and draw a switch here of Jaylen Brown. Down low to Holiday, right of the lane, working his way to the color. Steps into the defender and drew the contact on White. First free throws of the game coming up. The shot clock was at 2.7, and those strong arms of Drew Holiday. He's a load in the low portion of the floor. Goes to the line for the first 2 free throws.
Yeah, Drew Holiday is absolutely a problem on the block. Stronger than most guards that he's ever going to play against, but a great matchup in this one if you get him, Marcus Smart, going up against each other. Those 2 guys very similar as to the way they approach the game.
Holiday's 89% rather at the line this season. And the first free throw is good, and get your scorecard. Here comes a whole bunch of new players. Portis and Matthews, notably for Milwaukee, and now Carter, who's been starting of late. He's in off the bench. And for the Celtics, you were asking who would stay on the floor. It's Brown.
That was the answer to my trivia question. It's Jaylen Brown, who will pretty much do the entire first quarter unless we see Jason Tatum sub in before he see the triple zeros at the end of this one.
Second free throw is good. Both Williams are in now for Boston. That's Grant Williams and Robert Williams. And Robert is playing in just his 4th game of the season. He did not play on Friday. He is back from injury. 27-20. Lead for the Celtics, and the ball at the end to our left. Brogdon around the angle screen to the top of the key. Pitches back to Williams, right back to the left wing. Here's Brogdon, step back three. Got it on the left sideline. Well, welcome to the ballgame, Malcolm Brogdon, who was 2 for his last 9 from 3-point.
Are you ready for me to say Wahoo Wah now, or do you want me to wait?
Just hold on. There's a couple of them out there. Okay. Hauser's coming. He's another one. Lopez, a little left-footed Dirk-style jumper off the left elbow, knocked it down.
And Lopez with, over 7 feet, no one can contest that shot when he catches it that close to the basket.
There's Virginia Love at the microphone to my left. The former Cav and NBA star Corey Alexander. Brown to the rim, tried to punch you with the right hand. Look out, the seats almost came unbolted. Strong off the back iron, Carter to the other end. Chucks it wing right for Portis. Portis bump into Robert Williams, pitches out wing right to Carter. Those two exchange spots. They're trying to get Lopez inside. He can't get loose. Matthews from the top of the arc. Into the lane, fumble the dribble, recovers, steps into a foul. He's at the broken line, and he raked across the arms of Brogdon. It'll be free throws at the end of our right for one of the best three-point shooters of all time, Wesley Matthews, when we come back. 2:39 to go in the first. Boston leads Milwaukee 30-22. This is the NBA on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Freshpet.
With gas prices at an all-time high, you're probably looking for ways to cut costs, like no more road trips, restaurants, movies, basically no more fun. But there's a better solution. Rocket Money helps rev up your finances so you're ready for whatever comes your way. The app tracks your spending and gives you real-time alerts so you never overdraft again. With the app, you can see all your subscriptions at a glance and cancel the ones you don't want in seconds. Rocket Money can even lower your bills by up to 20%. No calls to customer service required. Plus, you can put your savings on autopilot so you can build up cash without ever having to think about it. Our users report that the Rocket Money app saved them more than $700 a year. With Rocket Money, you can get your finances headed in the right direction so you don't have to put the brakes on everything you love to do. To learn more, go to rocketmoney.com/stream to download today. Or download the Rocket Money app from the Apple app or Google Play stores.
Shopify presents cool sheets from aha to
lying awake while you bake isn't cool. I suffered from the wrong kind of hot in bed, heat-induced insomnia. That was my aha moment. Bed sheets that keep you cool. Then I thought, how do I even sell bed sheets? That's when I had the idea that made it all possible, signing up on Shopify. With the help of Shopify's intuitive online store creator, I started selling sustainable bamboo sheets that keep cool year-round. And my cool idea became a reality. Hot sleepers around the world rejoice. Shopify makes it simple to keep your cool while starting and growing your business. Start selling with Shopify today and join the commerce platform powering millions of businesses worldwide. From aha to anything is possible.
This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Start selling online today. Sign up for a free trial at shopify.com/play. Shopify.com/play.
Every college football season, Goodyear knows the importance of winning on the road. The road will always demand confidence. The confidence to handle whatever the journey brings and to perform under tough conditions. And just like the players and fans of college football, Goodyear is ready. Are you ready for the road? Visit Goodyear.com to find the right Goodyear tires for whatever road you're on this season. Goodyear, more driven.
With you inside our Fresh Pet Studios. Don't forget to log on to our Twitter account at NBA on ESPN Radio, at ESPN Radio, to vote in the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. So, here's your trivia question. Who's going to win the Western Conference? I'm allowed 4 options on poll questions. And we're going to list the 3 teams with 20 wins, Denver, Memphis, and New Orleans, or D, other. Know this. The 12th place team, Oklahoma City, is 7 games back, and the Warriors are 7.5. In the Zone, brought to you by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Back to TD Garden with Corey Alexander. Here's Sean Kelly.
Kevin, that question's a trap. There's nothing I don't want to touch that question one bit. We usually know a little something at Christmas, but we know nothing with regards to that.
But here's the real question. Is he talking about the regular season or the Western Conference Finals to go to see? We got to get our guy Kevin to clarify that.
Okay, noted. Free throw good by Matthews here out of the timeout.
To say who's going to win the West, it could be 2 different answers to that.
Absolutely. By the way, the Seas have 30 points in the first quarter with still 2:39 to go. You said Boston had to have a big number today. I'd say that's on the way.
Well, right now they've gotten off to a great start, but their only 2 wins in their last 7 games, they scored over 120 points. Other than that, 112 was the highest. They have to be a great offensive team to be successful.
Lead's only 6, though, 30-20.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up with promo code PLAY. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code PLAY for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com in Kansas. 1-877-770-STOP Louisiana. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789 in Tennessee. 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia. As part of its goal to make homes and hometowns better for all spaces from guards.
Laughter of media coverage. Investment. Corruption. This
25-18.
Tatum's got 7, and then after that, it's who?
Knocked away by Smart.
touchtochange.com, because we're all better off with an ally.
With you inside our Fresh Pet Studios.
Entry pass for Lopez, knocked away by Smart. Loose ball for Tatum. Tatum stumbles to the foul line, recovers, goes down the lane, up and under layup. It's good for Tatum with contact. He thought he was fouled. No whistle. 25-18.
Tatum's got 7, and then after that, it's Who's Unite. Brogdon, Hauser from Triple Deep. We go back to our Who. Corey Alexander with Sean Kelly to start the second quarter in Boston.
Kevin, thanks. 19,156 sold out. TD Garden. We're off to the second. 36-28 Boston. Partner, take me through the opening 12 minutes.
Well, when you look at the first 4 minutes of action, these two teams combined had 10 assists on 12 made field goals. That number came down significantly. Now, when you look at the assist to field goal ratio, that dropped off with the substitution. So we're looking forward to seeing both these teams getting back into moving the basketball. We talked with Coach Bud earlier. He talked about their movement was going to be important for them. Moving body movement and ball movement is important for both these teams to be successful offensively.
Thank you. Grant Williams, Derek White, Tatum, and now Blake Griffin on the floor for the Boston Celtics. 13th season for Griffin. He has not played in their last 3 games. He'll come out and set the high screen, flare off, catch from White, who wants it right back between the circles. Joe Ingles defending. Pass for Tatum is caught after a bit of a fumble wing right and then popped out of bounds by Joe Ingles.
Joe Ingles was always regarded as a very good defender during his time with the Utah Jazz, of course, coming back after ACL surgery.
This is the first 29 games of the season. White picks up the dribble off the inbound, jump pass from the elbow down low to Griffin, and that's tapped by Portis, who is behind him. And this has not been a very good opening possession for the quarter. For Boston, they'll inbound baseline right with 0.4 of a second. By rule, they can get it in and jack it up. White for Tatum, shoots the leader off the catch, middle of the paint, missed it. Oh, he just missed it, and Antetokounmpo's got the rebound for Milwaukee. Hard to believe they even got a shot out of that trip down the floor. Giannis sends it elbow to elbow to Portis. Fakes the dribble handoff, drives to the rim, and dunks with 2 hands.
Nice play there by Bobby Portis. Basically a fake DHO dribble handoff, making both defenders go with the guy that does not have the basketball, and the easy dunk for Portis.
It seemed like the first slow motion play we've had all day. 11:05 to go in the period. White spins off the right elbow, change to the left hand, lay it up, in and one. Yo. 3-point play possible here. The foul's going to be on Wesley Matthews, his first.
Nice move by Derek White, attacking the paint and then using the body contact by Wesley Matthews, switching the basketball to his left hand and finishing. And I hit you with a trivia question earlier.
Yeah.
The 2 Celtics that have played in every game this year, I stumped you on that.
Yes, you did, because I started working on the list and I said, you got me. And Grant Williams was one, right?
Nope, he was not.
See, he's one game shy.
And I gave you the answer
You did.
already.
Well, Sam Hauser.
Sam
Who hit the
Hauser
buzzer beater.
and Derek White.
And Derek White.
Grant Williams was suspended one game this season. And so, therefore, that's where he missed his. But Sam Hauser would not have been my guess.
Missed the free throw, so it's an 8-point lead for Boston. Giannis above the foul line. Step back for a 16-footer's good. And he backpedals to the other end with now 8 points on 4 of 7 shooting.
So dangerous in the mid-range right now, Giannis. And, of course, at 6'11", can shoot over anyone guarding him.
The 3 is the only thing that's eluded him right now. It's a pretty awful-looking number. Here's Tatum for 3. Rainbow won't go for the Chaminade Flyer. 38-32 Celtics. Long, deep pass underneath. Giannis trying to catch it on the baseline and save it. Stepped on the boundary.
You know, and that's just one of those plays when you've got the best player in the game, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, you do anything you can to get him the basketball. That may have been just a little too risky throwing it from 60 feet away, trying to feed him in the post.
I appreciate it.
Wesley Matthews, a great defender. Right.
In the end, didn't work out very well. Tatum with his back to the goal has his teammate run into him. White got stumbled.
Anything you can to get him the basketball. That may have been just a little too risky throwing it from 60 feet away, trying to feed him in the post.
I appreciate the effort.
Right.
In the end, didn't work out very well. Tatum with his back to the goal has his teammate run into him.
Listed at 6'8".
Conversation about it, but it is notable that Tatum leads the NBA right now in plus minus.
The top plus minus guys part of the
shoot. Carter rises for 2 at the elbow and knocked down a clean 15-footer. He knocks it down to make it 40-32. And I'm only going to put this out there as Giannis draws 2. Dribbles away from it. Wing right, feeds the paint. Portis dumps it off the top of the lane, back to reset to Carter. 8 to shoot. Carter rises for 2 at the elbow and knocked down a clean 15-footer.
Javon Carter's really found a niche for himself with this Bucks team because of the way he defends, but also adding to his offensive arsenal.
This is where you're going to coach me up and teach me, okay?
All right, let's do it.
9:40 to go here in the period.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum slings it over to Williams. No, that's why I have a little bit of a hard time with plus.
And also what's happening with the team while you're on the floor. So that's the part that I like. If your team is playing winning basketball when you're on the court, that
go game box.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, the line to our left.
And you also, these two teams have gone at it off. Got used to seeing him knock down.
Jump past the right wing. Quickly a touch pass to Antetokounmpo. That foul line jumper won't go this time. Soft off the rim. Whoa, and a whistle as the play was going to the other end on a defensive rebound. Did they get Portis here? And now a technical foul. Maybe it's the technical foul. That's the right wing. And then goes on, as you mentioned, to have such a great first year in the NBA. Down the lane, Ingles gliding with that left hand. Is able to finish. His arms are longer than you think they are.
And he has a lot of playmaking in his game. We got used to seeing him knock down so many threes in Utah, but he has more than his game than just being a shooter.
Brogdon in the lane, and a crowd rises and scores above the restricted area. He's easy to pick out with the highlighter orange sneakers on today. 44-36. This game settled down into a groove a bit. Holiday jumped past the right wing. Quickly a touch pass to Antetokounmpo. That foul line jumper won't go this time. Soft off the rim. Whoa, and a whistle as the play was going to the other end on a defensive rebound. Did they get Portis here? And now a technical foul. Maybe it's the technical foul called here by Fantasy Ransom. And Portis is, well, he's upset. So we have yet to get the official announcement here.
And Grant Williams actually over having a conversation with Mike Budenholzer, basically telling Bud he didn't do anything. Grant Williams does not agree with the technical foul. And he's the opposition.
This whole scores table in front of us is, so what's the call here? I mean, it's clearly going to be a technical foul on Portis. Hang on. Okay, they're going to go to the monitor here and look for a hostile act on Bobby Portis.
And it is nothing of the sort.
Oh, he kind of threw a punch into the back of Grant Williams.
That's not a punch.
Okay, I'm trying to help. He has a closed fist, and after the two were blocking each other out looking for the rebound, Portis placed the closed fist into the back of Grant Williams.
That is a much better description
Thank you. I'm
of what
working
happened.
through it.
Yeah, you got to give it to the people the way they need to be able to visualize. I understand that completely.
Yes.
But even Grant Williams said that this was nothing. So as Grant Williams says, this is nothing. And again, you always have to remember the eyes I see this through. I am a 1990s NBA baby. I grew up playing in this league from 1995 to 2005. I saw the change of this game. And this right here is not, the whistle's not even blown.
Well, let's
20 years ago.
Speaking of telling the people what they need to hear, let's remember when you played, if there wasn't an x-ray or stitches, then we usually just kind of played on.
You have a very strong point there, my friend.
I would never have wanted to try and handle the basketball in those days in this league. 44-36 is where we stand. Boston leads it with 8:13 to go in the first half. Because the play is under review, we should get an explanation from, here it comes, Josh Tiven.
Technical foul being assessed to Bobby Portis. Anyone on Boston can shoot one free throw. It'll be Boston ball in the backcourt with 23 on the shot clock.
Okay, so we've backed away from a hostile act to maybe excessive contact here, prompting the technical foul.
And I'm thankful that the officials came to that decision, because if it had been a hostile act, Bobby Portis would have been ejected from this game here early in this one and no longer been a part of it. So, again, I understand the rule. And again, and that's when Bobby Portis has to know, okay, regardless as to how I feel about it, I can't do it. Especially with a closed fist.
Yeah.
You cannot put yourself in that situation.
Compromise here. We'll have Tatum at the line to our left to shoot the technical free throw, and Jason Tatum knocks it down. 45-36 our score with 8:13 to go in the first half. And so Marcus Smart now back on the floor for the Celtics as well at the dead ball. Joining Horford, who started today, Jaylen Brown, Tatum on the floor, and Blake Griffin, the lone bench player on the court for Boston here. And it will be Celtics ball. And Smart speeding up on Ingles. Going to take him right to the rack. Wrap around pass to Griffin. Catches and goes up and gently lays it in.
Blake Griffin, you mentioned, has not played in the last 3 games with Robert Williams back. He is inserted in this one for this point purposely to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Guarding him here. Block left. Giannis got it to the rack but missed the bunny. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 on a foul by Griffin. Boston enjoying its largest lead right now at 11, 47-36.
One of the things that Joe Mazzulla knows is that when they get to playoff time in this matchup, he's going to have multiple guys to be able to go out there and throw at Giannis, using 18 fouls if necessary, maybe even more when you consider Grant Williams one of those guys. So they have to have a number of guys to throw at him, and making sure they get him in this matchup to get that started.
He was a Boston nightmare last year on Christmas, and the first free throw is short. We'll get into his free throw routine in a minute. Last year on Christmas, Giannis had 36 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. He's only 1 of 4 to have those kind of numbers on a Christmas day. Obviously, LeBron James made news again today about his Christmas Day appearances and where he stands on the points list on Christmas Day. But as far as junking up a box score or putting a lot of crooked numbers on a box score, very few have done it like Giannis did against these guys last year.
Best player in the game. Hey, when you look at him, what he does on both ends of the floor, no one has more of an impact on winning than does Giannis Antetokounmpo. And you look at it this way. Without Chris Middleton, they still have pretty much the best record in the league. That's all because this guy is going out playing at an MVP level.
47-37, Giannis split the pair. Here's Brown getting underneath the rim. Comes out baseline right, working over Allen. Ball knocked loose and grabbed by Lopez for the Bucks. And so Holiday will walk it up with Milwaukee trailing by 10. Over to Allen. Left helmet, former player. Holiday, I think, fouls here to get his top of the key off the inbound. Spin good.
And Marcus Smart on that possession thought he was called for a foul.
Comes out baseline right, working over Allen. Ball knocked loose and grabbed by Lopez for the Bucks. And so Holiday will walk it up with Milwaukee trailing by 10. Over to Allen. Left angle, drives, reaches in the lane like Harden does. Turn through it out, but right to Jaylen Brown. Brown at the right sideline is going to be fouled by Holiday along the right sideline. That'll stop play at 7:28 to go in the first half. I can't tell. You tell me, former player. Holiday, I think, fouls here to get his defense back.
In all honesty, that wasn't a foul. Mike Budenholzer throwing his hands up in the air. I mean, it was called a foul.
Yes.
Very little contact on that one. He just felt like he could get the basketball from Jaylen Brown on that one. I don't think that was even intentional on Drew Holiday's part.
Tatum right at the top of the key off the inbound. Spins away from a smart screen. Wrestles a pass wing left. Griffin for three. In and out. No good. I feel like the whistles changed a little bit here in the quarter. They let him play early, and now it's a little tic-tac.
You jinxed it.
You remember? Oh, yeah. Into the right corner. Connaughton for three. Good.
And Marcus Smart on that possession thought he was called for a foul, actually put his hands on top of his head thinking that he was going to hear the whistle that he fouled Connaughton on the three.
Connaughton guarding Smart now, left to the top of the arc, lob to the foul line. Horford turns to face the rim.
To fire it off the back.
Behind perfect play calling. Go with them. Equal housing opportunity. First.
10 West.
You happy holidays.
Happy holidays, a happy holiday, and a happy new year.
From inside our Fresh Pet Studios, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the NBA on ESPN Radio.
Hi, this is Max Kellerman from Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. All of us here at ESPN Radio would like to wish you happy holidays.
Happy holidays, a happy holiday, and a happy new year.
From inside our Fresh Pet Studios, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the NBA on ESPN Radio.
Take the pressure off of Giannis.
Joe's just getting started here. Wing left, can't answer. About the same shot that Giannis just made. Antetokounmpo has the rebound, and we're halfway through the quarter. Antetokounmpo. Jazz earlier in his career.
So difficult to start your season at this point, though, trying to get your momentum back.
Tatum, face-up jumper, wing left, can't answer. About the same shot that Giannis just made. Antetokounmpo has the rebound, and we're halfway through the quarter.
Joe Ingles adds that ability to be able to be that secondary or third play
team.
Kevin, he adds a ball handler, he adds a three-point shooter, but he also adds a perimeter defender, especially when you have to play without Chris Middleton. Joe Ingles adds that ability to be able to be that secondary or third playmaker to help take the pressure off of Giannis, especially on the offensive end of the floor, and he can go out and spend time guarding guys like Jason Tatum.
Giannis, pull-up jumper, wing left, good. A mid-range jumper knocked down by Antetokounmpo, who now has double figures. He's at 11 points, 47-42. Joe's just getting started here with Milwaukee. He's 1 for 12 now as a three-point shooter. Don't forget, this guy hit over 200 in a single season for the Jazz earlier in his career.
So difficult to start your season at this point, though, trying to get your momentum back.
Tatum, face-up jumper, wing left, can't answer. About the same shot that Giannis just made. Antetokounmpo has the rebound, and we're halfway through the quarter.
To have shooting around them, that is of utmost importance.
Around the horn it goes to Giannis. He'll push it to Holiday right at the top of the arc. Drew steps into two, turns, blindly throws out to Antetokounmpo. Right side three. He hurt the glass on the right, never found the rim. Up the floor, Tatum. Pump fake, dumps in the corner, give and go. Back to Tatum. Punched it with the right hand. The assist from Smart out of the corner, and the dunk for Tatum. Inside to Lopez against two. Pump fake. Up, shoots, scores the bunny. 51-46. Milwaukee trades buckets here with Boston. Horford between the circles, over to Grant Williams. Left side three. Skipped off the rim. And grabbed by Antetokounmpo, already with 7 rebounds. 5-point game. Antetokounmpo for three up to that's an air ball. I told you it's been a struggle. 21 of 82 coming into today, and all 3 of his attempts have not looked good here from long range.
So my point was the three-point shooting needs to be great around Giannis, not Giannis' three-point shooting being great. At some point, he's got to put it in drive, put his pressure on the team of going to the basket.
Part of your game plan prior to tip. Brown, top of the arc, drives on Lopez, going to the rack, layup's good. Layup's good. Milwaukee's been
shooting being great. At some point, he's got to put it in drive, put his pressure on the team of going to the basket.
Part of your game plan prior to tip. Brown, top of the arc, drives on Lopez, going to the rack. Layup's good. Layup's good. Milwaukee's been very good defending the rim this year. 5th lowest opponent field goal percentage at the cup. Not so much right now. It's 53-46.
Yeah, Milwaukee 3rd in defensive efficiency on the season in the NBA right now, but they're struggling to defend the Boston Celtics, who are getting the job done on the offensive end of the floor, which is their strength.
4 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first half. Boston at home leads Milwaukee 53-46 here on Christmas Day. This is the NBA on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Freshpet.
Well, Shopify says you can sell anywhere. Oh, they mean it. Woo, hold up. Just
Taking all of them. I tell you, you got to dish some out.
And a push-off foul will be a turnover here. Yep, offensive foul on the ball handler, Brown. So Tatum knocked down the free throw. Celtics get the ball as a result of the take situation. But Boston gives it right back, and it's a 5-point game with 2:05 to go in the half. So the game's in the mud here a little bit down the stretch in the first half. Holiday pick and pocket with Lopez. DHO to the right to Ingles, back to Drew. Over Milwaukee.
You think they're like, okay, you got me.
Brown for 3 straight away, no good. And Lopez gets away with a hold on Robert Williams to allow Holiday to rebound. Up the floor, Ingles left wing 3, no, and a foul is called. As Robert Williams came up the floor, he made contact with Ingles. So 3 free throws here for Ingles with 1:34 to go in the half.
Oh, a little side the game. All
brought to you by BetterHelp. Looking for convenient and affordable online therapy? Visit BetterHelp.com today. With Corey Alexander, Sean Kelly at TD Garden. Boston with a 2-point lead now. Lobs deep. Alley-oop. Finished by Robert Williams. The feed from up top. Sneaky cut off the right baseline.
Marcus Smart, much improved as a point guard this season. Took a lot of criticism last year.
Holiday, runner down the lane is good. Sneaks past Smart at the right elbow. Back to a 2-point affair. Just over a minute to go.